Okay, so welcome to the session, guys. In last class, which topic we have discussed? Jenkins, we started, right? Okay. So in today's session, we are going to start the concept of Jenkins, but the setup is going to be the automated now. So let me have the easy to hear. So if you go and see, already I'm having the server here. But before that, I'm going to recap everything in a short span. First of all, Jenkins is CI/CD tool. Is it true or false? False. Then what is the correct meaning? It's a CI tool, right? CI stand for continuous integration, meaning continuous test. And later, continuous delivery. What is the meaning of continuous delivery? Deploying the application to production in manual. Delivery means pipeline. What is step-by-step execution of a process, or you can call it as series of events interlinked with each other. Fine. Then later, I shown you how to set up the Jenkins, but before the Jenkins CA tool. Initially, Jenkins was maintaining by which team, which company? Sun Microsystems. But later, because okay, Kawaguchi. And what is the port number of Jenkins? Warlip Jenkins. That is the home path. So in the last class, I set up the Jenkins. Correct or not, sir? But that is which way? Manual. In today, I'm going to make it automate. So how to automate means it is very, very easy. If you go to the GitHub, so it is my GitHub. Just go to Google and type github.com/rahamsheikh007. I'm giving this ID to the online guys. So you can take this ID and you can make a bookmark. Why? Because this is what exactly you are going to use from the upcoming days for all the projects. Okay. And even I'm going to share it on Telegram also after the session. So in this, you can go for the repository here. In the repository, the first repository you can see is all setups. Click on the all setup. I want to set up which tool now? Jenkins. Are you seeing Jenkins here? Now, just to do one thing, copy paste the entire commands and paste it on the file. Are you seeing the copy option here? Copy. Create the file called jenkins.sho. So here what I have just showing is, see, I create the file called jenkins.sh. So just type vim jenkins.sh. Now what are the content you copied? Just paste it here. You can give right click or you can use shift insert for the paste. Now to run the script, the process is nothing but just give sh and write jenkins.sh. Automatically your commands will execute one by one and your Jenkins setup will be done within 1.5 minutes. Now go ahead and check. Hit enter. Now I don't do anything. Automatically Jenkins will install. Let me give that GitHub URL to the chat box also. I mean, like in your Telegram. Wait. Just type GitHub rahamsheikh007. So remember, this is the repository what you are going to use till the end of the course. All the scripts I mentioned in this repository only, you can use it. Let me copy the URL and guys, you can go and you can check your Telegram. In the Telegram, I have given the URL. Done. So now if you observe, am I doing anything here? No, right? What is happening? Everything is performing automatically. Now, what I need to select here? Why 2? Because Jenkins required Java 11. So Java 11 is having which number here? 2. That's it. Now your Jenkins will run. How to access the Jenkins, sir? Copy the public IP address and port number will be. So I'll take this one and copy the instance server. I mean like server or instance, both will be same. Don't worry, this server I use for the previous session for Terraform class. Okay, you can use the same server for Jenkins also. What is the port number? Is your Jenkins loading now here? Okay, now here you need to type the password. How to type the password? First of all, copy the path and go to your server. What you need to give here? Cat and give this. But are you seeing the password? Next time, don't do it. Why? Because whatever the password you are seeing here, same password you can see. It's same or different? Same. So next time, don't do that command. Directly copy paste this one and paste it on browser. Okay, it will save some time for you. Fine. So next here, install the Jenkins plugins here. So in practice, how many of you set up Jenkins in practice? You got the outputs? What about remaining people? Front benchers, none of them are practicing. Eh? Today only you came to lab. Huh? Good. And what about you, Aisha? Today only. Boys, you both. So you want the course, but you don't want jobs, right? Hmm? Try to go to labs, okay? If you do practice, then only every concept will be clear for you. If I tell you in class everything will be fine. But after the next day, you'll forget the process. Why? Because there is lack of practice. Okay. So you need to definitely practice. And sometimes Jenkins will take time like this. In the last session, Jenkins setup very done. It has done very speedily. But here it is taking some time. So sometimes it will happen due to internet issue or due to plugin downloading. It will take some time in some occasions. Okay. Let me create a new file for you in the meanwhile. Jenkins. Okay, it is day 2 of Jenkins. So day 2. So here, first of all, I'll start the concept with the variables. Which one? Variables. But before going to variables, let's recap the last session one more time. Okay, I'm gonna give the recap for you. Like how we done the configuration of Git and Jenkins with Maven. Okay, I'll go and do the configuration. So after that, here you need to configure the Jenkins server with the username and password. So I'm gonna configure it now. Username is Raham. Password also I'm giving it as Raham. Confirm password, full name and email address. Okay. So now see here, let's go and do the continuous integration process once. Sir, if I want to do continuous integration, first of all, I need to create the job. How can I create the job? By clicking on. So name of the job, I'm going to give it as job one. So select, click on OK. So now here you need to give the GitHub repository URL. Why? Because we need to get the code from GitHub only. So here what I'll do now, I'll be going to the GitHub. What is the username here? DevOps by Raham. Which one? If you go to here, there is a repository called Jenkins Java project. So take this repository and clone the URL. So here, if you go and see, click on Git and give the repository URL. And the branch name is master. Already, by default, it will be configured into the master only. Now I need to give the Git URL I have given. After that, I need to run the Maven goals. Where can I run the Maven goals? I need to go to build step, click on add build step, click on execute shell. What I can use MVN clean package. Click on save. Now, if I click on build now, what will happen? Automatically continuous integration process will happen. This is what we seen in the last session, correct or not, sir? Okay. Again, I have just given the recap for you. And the output is going to store on where? Workspace. What is the default workspace? Varlib Jenkins. Okay. If you want me to show, let me finish this one. Like once the execution is done, see in the background, every process running. Whatever you are doing from GUI, output is going to store on server itself. Okay. So if you go and see building the var file, where you are building the var file in the varlib Jenkins workspace. Okay. So if you go and see cd or just give ll cd var lib Jenkins workspace. Name of the job will be here. You have target folder. Inside target, are you seeing the var file or not, sir? That's it. Okay. So it is the last session what we discussed. So I have given just a quick info about last class. Now in today's class, I'm going to start the concept called variables. Which one? Sir, tell me one thing. What is the meaning of variable? Tell me anyone real life example. Variable. That is also one of the example. What is a ringtone? Huh? Whenever you come to class. Okay. Before that, which ringtone used? Since from the that is constant, then okay. You don't go with it. See, variable means it is very easy. Whenever the value is changing, that is what we can call as variable. Is my point clear for all of you? See, currently what is the time now? 6:23. Later, 6:24. Later, that means is the value is fixed or it is changing. So whenever a particular value is changing, that is what we can call as variable. And the second thing is every variable will have the value. Variables main purpose is to store the value. And what we can call it as variable, which can change. For example, let me take the very basic example. Okay. Here, let's go with the date of birth. Okay. Let's take, there is a person called Tillu. You know Tillu, right? DJ Tillu. Huh? So what happen is DJ Tillu date of birth will be like this. This date of birth will be 01 01 1990. For example, let's take. Okay. If you take, is the date of birth going to change? It won't change. If a value is not changing, that is called as constant. What I can call as? But sir, this year, Tillu birthday came on Monday. Next year, Tuesday. Later, Wednesday. Is that changing now? Day. Day is changing, right? So day can also can call as variable. See, if you have a value, if the value is never ever going to change, that is what we can call as constant. But if the value is going to change, then we can call it as variable itself. Okay. So I'm going to write like this. Variables are used to store values. Okay. And the variables are going to change frequently. For example, if somebody asks you what is the difference between constant and variable, constant you can tell us your name. Your name won't change. Your date of birth won't change. Okay. And variable means date, day, time. So everything will change. This is the example. Remember, in the technical world, everything is a variable. If you don't understand the meaning of variable, you cannot able to work in the real time. I'm telling you, whatever the tools you take, can be Jenkins, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, JFrog, Prometheus. It doesn't matter whichever tool you take. Every tool you need to use a variables concept. Okay. I'm not talking about Jenkins. I am talking about the concept of variables itself. When it comes to the Jenkins, okay. For example, see, I'm going to take A is equal to 10. Okay. If the value is changing, that is variable. If the value is not changing, that is called as constant. Okay. Fine. Sir, here in the Jenkins, basically you are having two type of variables. Okay. First one is going to be user defined variables. Which type of variables? Second one is going to be Jenkins environment variables. These are the two types. Again, tell me how many type of variables we have on Jenkins? Two. What are those? User defined variables and Jenkins environment variables. Okay. Tell me what is the difference between variables and constant? Variable means value will change. Constant means value will not. Okay, fine. So now, sir, let's explore what is the user defined variables. Whenever if you are speaking about user defined variables again categorized into two ways. Okay. First one is going to be local variable. Which one? Local variable. Second one is going to be global variable. Okay. Again, I'm telling variables are again two types. First one will be local. Second one will be global. Sir, what is the difference between local variable and global variable? See, if I use a variable for only single job, that is called as local variable. Local variable will work only for one job, but global variable will work for multiple jobs. That is the only difference. Okay. Local variable works inside single job. Global variables works for all jobs in Jenkins. Is the difference clear now? Again, user defined variables are how many types? Two types. What are those? Local variable and global variable. Local variable work inside the single job. But if I want to work with multiple jobs, which kind of variable need to use? Global variable. Fine. So next here, sir, if you want to tell an example, how can you differentiate the example? But before that, see, remember, user defined variables are specified by user. That means we can declare the variables. I'm writing declared by humans, or you can call it as users. Okay. Again, user defined variables are declared by user. First type is local variable. Second one is local variable work inside the and global variable work for all jobs, or you can call it as local global variable works for multiple jobs, or like you can call all jobs. Fine. So I'll take one example here. See, I'm gonna create the new job here. Click on new item. I'm gonna take the job name as Raham. What I'm gonna take? Click on freestyle and click on OK. Okay. See, I'm writing the pin to pin point here in the practical example. See, I'm going to write example. First of all, click on new item. Later, name of the job ABC. Next, click on freestyle. After that, go to the execute shell. Where you need to go for? Sir, where will be the execute shell? Execute shell will be build steps. Okay. So this is also I'm mentioning each and every minute point. So go for build steps. So here write the value like this. For example, say I'm writing a command called echo. My name is Raham, comma Raham is working for TCS. For example, let's take, okay. Later, comma Raham is from Guntur. So here, how many times you are having the value? Raham value 3. You are having it for the first time. You are having it for the second time. You are having it for the. Sir, what I'll do, you know, in future, I want to replace Raham with Vijay. Now, again, I need to write 3 times. Raham I need to remove and write Vijay as 3 times. Next, later also, I want to make it as Suresh. Now, again, how many times I need to change? That means here value I'm changing single time or multiple times. Whenever if you want to change the value as multiple times, define it as a variable. Give name is equal to Suresh. What I'm giving? That means instead of giving name here, put dollar. Dollar stand for variable. What is the name of the variable? Name. Put dollar name and put dollar name. Now see, variable is nothing but name. Value is nothing but Suresh. So first of all, my name is Suresh. Suresh is working for TCS and Suresh is from. In future, instead of Suresh, I want to make Vijay. Now, how many times I will change? If I change the value of Suresh to Vijay one time, automatically it is going to replace. And in upcoming days, again, I want to give the name as Raham. What I'll do, I'll click here. Now here, value I'm giving only one time, but how many times it is replacing? Multiple times, correct or not, sir? This is the purpose. Let's go with one practical example. I'm clicking on save. Currently, what is the value I'm having? Raham. Okay. Click on build now. Execute shell means whatever you write inside the shell, that is going to work. I am giving echo. Echo is to print a message. What is echo? I think all of you know this echo, right? Previously. Fine. So here see, echo, my name is Raham and Raham is working for and Raham is from Guntur. Is it properly applied or not, sir? Like that. In future, I want to replace the username as Raham with Suresh. Basically here Raham value is defined on 3 times, but instead of maintaining and removing the value for 3 times, I just remove the value called Raham and I'll put Suresh. Now automatically value is going to apply or not, sir? Click on save and click on build now. So now click on the output. Are you seeing the green color symbol? That is called as output. So click on here. Is the Suresh value properly given to console output or not, sir? Or in the upcoming days, I want to give the username as Tillu. What is the username I want to give? So give the name Suresh and remove it and give Tillu. Is that name automatically going to replace to multiple times or not, sir? So this is how the concept of variable will work. So now go ahead and see. In the output section, what you can see is value is coming as Tillu. Now, if you go to the basic definition of what I said, variable is used to store the value. If you go to our practical example, in the practical example, I'm just gonna show you how it is going to match for the definition. Sir, name is the variable. Is it storing value or not, sir? Second thing, these variables are going to change frequently. Currently, the name is Tillu, but previously it was Suresh, but previously Raham. And next, it can be Vijay or anything. So is the definition and example both matching or not? So this is which kind of variable? Local variable. Which variable? Local variable means this kind of variable work for only one job. Okay. And this variable we need to define inside the job itself. Is the concept clear for all of you know? Online, can you please confirm, is the concept of local variable clear for all of you or not? Online today, I'm not Raham sir actually. I log in with a name called Priya. Why? Because it's not my laptop for today. Okay. Why? Because I got only one response. Online, can you please confirm me with the texting option? Okay. Basically, wait, I haven't got the chance to rename. Let me rename myself. Raham. Yep. Okay. So this is the concept of the local variable. So local variable means definitely value we need to define inside the job. Okay. What I said here, local variable means this will work inside the single job. And here value must be defined. Value must be defined inside the job. Is it clear now? But sir, if we don't define the job, what exactly will happen? I'll show you. Let me give the example for you. Okay. See, what I'm doing is I'm not defining the value inside the local. If I haven't defined the value inside the local, now Jenkins will be on confused state. How to get the value? If you go and see in the build output number 4, are you getting the value? No. Sir, here why we are not able to get the value means answer is very simple. Value you have to define. But have you defined the value? Without defining the value, how will the Jenkins will get the without defining the variable, how can you get the value? You can't get it. So for that purpose, in the second method, we can define the value on global. Global means if you define the value in the Jenkins, this same value can be used for multiple jobs. Let me show you. Go to manage Jenkins. In the manage Jenkins, are you seeing system here? Go to the system. Here you can see something called as environment variables. Let me show you. So are you seeing environment variables? Go here, click on add. So here I'm giving name as Raham. What I'm giving? That's it. So I'm writing the path here. How to define? First of all, go to manage Jenkins. Next, go for system and go for environment variables. What you need to go for? And later then add the environment variables. Okay. So here you need to give name will be name only and the value will be Raham. So name of the variable will be name only and here value will be Raham. Click on save. Now if you go and build now, automatically that will get the output. See, the job name called Raham. If I click on build now, automatically the name will come as Raham itself. Are you seeing the value Raham is coming now? How it is coming? Because I define value inside the global now. In the first example, I define value locally. Okay, why? Because that is a local variable. But if I want to access that value to all the jobs, we need to define the value in global. Okay, this is the way. Sir, now you define the value in global. Na? If I go to any other job, see, if I go to job one also, from the job one also, I can be able to access. Let me show you. So I'm removing this Git configuration. Why? Because I don't want this now. So here I'm writing echo. My name is dollar. What is the variable I have given? Name. See, name is the variable. Raham is the value. Don't confuse. Now, automatically, I can be able to access the value from globally. Check it now. You need to get the value called Raham. Are you getting the value Raham? So now tell me one thing. Have I defined the value inside the job now? Both variable and value I haven't defined inside the job. Where I have defined? Outside, that is globally. Once you define any value globally, you can be able to access to all the jobs in Jenkins. If you go to the definition, in the definition I mentioned very clearly, global variable mean work for all jobs inside the, you define value globally, but am I able to access to all the jobs or not, sir? That is the difference. Okay. Again, I'm explaining one more thing. Coming to the variables concept, variables are used to store the values. So these values are going to change frequently. For example, a is equal to 10. Here variable will be a and value will be 10. Okay. So this you need to understand what is variable and what is value. For example, here name is equal to Raham. Okay, here variable will be what? Name, and value will be Raham. So just understand what is variable and what is the value itself. Fine. So now here in the variable section, basically variables are divided into two types. One is user defined variables. User defined variables are nothing but these variables declared by user. I only declare the variable or not, sir? Second one will be Jenkins environment variables. We will talk about Jenkins environment variable later. In the user defined variable, again we have two categories. First one is local variable. Second one is, what is the difference between them? Local variable work inside the job. That means value must be given inside the job. If you don't give the variable and value, if you don't define the variable inside the job, is it going to work? No. Second one will be global. That means these kind of values and variables will be defined outside the job. If you define globally, you can access to all the jobs inside the Jenkins. So now is the user defined variables concept clear for all of you? Everybody? Online, can you please confirm me, is the concept of user defined variables clear for all of you or not? You can ping me on comment section online. Guys, today I'm not sure, I'm not getting the response from you, like whether you are able to find my ID or not in the session. Shubhangi, global variable means the variable you need to define in the global section. How can you define the global variable? Tell me the path one more time, guys. All of you. Manage Jenkins. Go for system. Next, go for environment variable. Here you need to add. So add one variable. So name of the variable can be anything. So value can be anything. So you can add like this. Hope it is clear for you, Shubhangi. Fine. So next concept I'm going to teach about Jenkins environment variables. See, remember, Jenkins environment variables are going to define by Jenkins ecosystem. Jenkins ecosystem. That means some values and variables will be defined by Jenkins itself. Ecosystem means, see, I'll ask you one question. Try to answer this question. Currently, if you go to any of the job, how many number of builds done here? Number of builds. 5. What is the next build? 6. Just go and see. Here inside the configuration, if you go and see, I'm going to give this one now. Give the variable called build number, or just to give build is equal to 5. Or just to give build number is equal to 5. Previous build number is 5. Now current build number is 6. I'll try here echo my build number is dollar. What I need to give now? Build number. That means the value is going to print now 6. Click on save. Click on build now. What is the next build number here? 6. What is the build number here? 6. Sir, again, if I click on build now, again I'll get the build now with the build number 7. But in the output, what you get, again you will get as 6. But what is the build number here? 7. Again, if I click on build now, what is the new build number? 8. But in the output, what you will get here? Is it working properly? Yes, sir. It's not working properly. Why? Because the build number is 8, but it is showing as 6. Both are mismatching or not, sir? See, user cannot define all the variables in Jenkins. It is not possible. Have you seen it lively? I define the variable once, but the values keep changing repeatedly. So these kind of values we cannot able to define by the user. For that purpose, Jenkins will have its own variables. Jenkins will have its own variable. So if we go to the configuration part, in the configuration part, what exactly will happen? You can see the option called see list of available environment variables. List of available environment variables. For example, what you want now? Build number, right? Go here and check the build number. Are you seeing this one? Now define this variable. See, this is not user defined variable. This variable is given by Jenkins. Who is giving this variable? Copy this one. Now don't do anything. Don't define the value. Just to give the number as echo my build number is $build number. Tell me one thing. Here you define the variable, but do we have value for that variable? No, but a value will be given by Jenkins automatically itself. If you want me to show, just to go and click on save, click on build now. What is the next build number? 9. See, are you seeing build number 9? Next, again click on build now. What is the next build number? See 10 now? Now again, if I click on build now, what is the next build number? 11. So build number is 11. In the output, what you can see now? So now tell me one thing. In the first case, I defined the variable, but have I got the proper output? But in second case, I defined the variable again. But is it getting proper output? Yes. Why? Because see, some of the variables in Jenkins cannot able to define by the user. It is very difficult also. For that purpose, what we do, Jenkins will give some environment variables. The best part is if you define the variable, automatically value will come. In the first case, if you go and see, I define both variable and value. But in the second case, I am defining only variable. Value is automatically coming. Correct or not, sir? Like that. So this is the difference between user defined variables and Jenkins defined variables. User cannot able to define all the variables in Jenkins. For that purpose, Jenkins will give its own variable. Okay, these are called as Jenkins environment variable. How do you list out the Jenkins environment variable? If you go to configuration, here you can see list all the available environment variables. These are all the environment variables what we can get from Jenkins. Okay, you can use any of them. For example, I want to get the job name. I want to print my job name. To print the job name, which variable I need to use? Just try to check it. I'll go here and I'll put comma. My job name is $job name. Now currently tell me what is my job name? Raham. Automatically if I click on build now, Raham name will come. Go to the bill number 12. Are you seeing job name Raham? And the bill number is accurate values are coming or not, sir? Like that. Sir, again, for example, if I change the job name from Raham to ABCD. Now in the output, what I need to get? ABCD. Will it get ABCD or not, sir? Build number will be next 13 and the job name will be, let's try and verify. Go to click on build now. See, what is the job build number? Job name is the values working properly or not? So in this way, human cannot able to define some variables. For that purpose, which kind of variables we are using? Jenkins environment variables. Okay, so I'm writing them here. I'm writing like this. Humans or like users can't define all the variables. So we need to use Jenkins environment variables. Okay. What is the advantage of Jenkins environment variables? Only we give variable and value will be automatically provided by Jenkins. Clear now? That's it. Sir, here if you go and see, there is a thing you need to understand. Here, how many variables you are having? Lot of variables, right? Sir, if I want to define all of the variables, it is going to be very difficult for me. If you go and see, I can see the Jenkins URL. I can see the Jenkins home path. I can see the workspace. I can see a lot of variables. If I want to print all of the variables at a single time, what we can do? We need to define all of the variables. But it will become very, very difficult to define all the variables. For example, I want to build number, job name, Jenkins server IP address, Jenkins server URL, job name, workspace, everything I want. So I can use a command called print env. This single command will print all the Jenkins environment variables. Let me show you. Click on save and click on build now. See, you can get all the complete variables in the single command, print env. Go ahead and check. Are you seeing all the variables or not, sir? You can see the workspace. You can see the job URL. You can see the user who run this job. You can see the Jenkins artifact. You can see the path. You can see the job name. You can see the build ID. Everything you are able to see or not, sir? So this is what the print env command can able to do it. Which command will do it? Print env. What this command will do? To print all the Jenkins environment variables. That's it, the concept of variables. Again, variables are divided into how many types? Two types. One is user defined, second one is Jenkins. But before that, what is a variable? Variable will store the data or values. Okay, and these are going to change frequently. For example, if A is equal to 10, which one is variable? Which one is value? A is variable. 10 is value. So in user defined variable, how many categories we have now? Two. First one is local variable. Second one is local variable means this work inside the job and value must define inside the job. But global variable will work for all the jobs inside the Jenkins. But user defined variables will not suitable for all kinds. Some variables will not be defined by user. We can't able to do it. For that purpose, we need to use Jenkins environment variables. Sir, Jenkins environment variables are going to define by Jenkins system. Okay, I am writing here. These vars defined by Jenkins ecosystem. Here we only give the variable. Automatically the value is going to be given by Jenkins. What is the ultimate command we can use? Print env. That's it. Okay. So this is the concept of variables. Now is like before I going for the next concept, is the concept of variables clear for all of you? All in, can you confirm is the concept of variables clear for all of you or not? So Ankit, what is the requirement of variables? If you wait for the project, you will be getting the complete understanding about the variables. Okay. Guys, remember, once if you do the project, then only you'll be getting the end-to-end concept. I'll show you one thing. Basically, all of you are having telegrams, right? So wait, let me show you the project overview, what exactly we are going to do in this class. Okay, wait. I'll be going and giving one. Just now, I have shared one project, what we call this one, image for your Telegram channel. Have you seen that image? Just all of you check your mobiles. Have you seen that image? You know, currently you are in the stage 2 of that image. We have totally 5 stages. How many? 5 stages. If you wait for the remaining stages to complete, then you will get the complete understanding about the project. Okay. So as of now, just I'm giving what is variable concept. Okay. Like Ankit, once we do the project now, you'll be getting the complete clarity where to use these variables and how to use them. Hope it is clear for you. So Dadabir, if you're not able to add Telegram, just please ping to admin. Okay. Fine. Okay. Sir, I'm going to tell you the next concept called port changing. For example, what is the port number of Jenkins? 8080. Remember, if I don't want to give the port number 8080, I want to give the port number 8090. How can we change the port number? Remember, Jenkins is a service, correct or not, sir? Write this as note point. All of you write this as note point. Note. Okay. All the services will have a configuration file. All the services will have that means Jenkins is also a service. It is also going to have the configuration file. But now how to find the configuration of file of Jenkins? Remember, I'll tell one command. It is the command where you are going to use in real time. See, you have the server. You have some thousands of files in the server. What you have? I want to find one file, but I don't know the location where it is. Then what you can do? In Windows, what you can do? You will type here and you will type the find. For example, I have the file called Jenkins. I'm searching here like this or not, sir? In Linux also, if you want to search any file, if you want to find any file, you know the file name only, but you don't know where it is located. In that case, we can use the command called find command. Which command? Find command. Find slash. Slash means I am finding from root path. Which path? Hyphen name of the file. I am searching for the file called Jenkins.service. Again, I'm telling, find is the command to search for the files. Slash means I am searching from which location? I am searching from entire OS. Slash stand for entire OS file will start from there only. Root path. Hyphen name. What is the name of the file? Now you can see. Are you seeing the Jenkins file here? Are you able to see it or not? For example, I have one more file called Jenkins.sh. Okay. I have this file. I want to search this file, but I don't know where is the location. Then what we can do? Tell me the command find slash. Slash means from the complete OS level we are searching the file, and hyphen name of the file will be Jenkins. So now the Jenkins.sh is inside the root folder. So write this command. This command will search all files in the operating system. Okay. Now again, I want to search for the file called Jenkins.service. How can I find it? Tell me. Find slash hyphen name. What is the name of the file? Jenkins.service. Are you seeing the second one? It is our file. Okay. So this command I am going to give on your notes for your upcoming lectures. It will be helpful for you. So now go to the file. I want to go to the file. Just give VM, paste it here. Now go to the line number 69 or 70. Wait, line number is 70. In the line number 70, are you seeing Jenkins port number 8080? Change it to 8090. Save it. Once you save it, now we need to restart the system. Not Jenkins system. We need to restart the entire Linux system. For that purpose, we need to reload the daemon. What we need to reload? How to reload the daemon? Systemctl is the command used to work with services. Systemctl daemon reload. And give systemctl restart Jenkins. Sir, if you made any configuration to service, you definitely need to restart it. So I am restarting. After restarting, your port number will become 8080 to 8090. So these are the commands what you need to follow. These two commands I'm giving. And it is the name of the file, sir. Just go here, VM file. And what is the line number? Line 70. Just put 8080 to 8090. I am giving you point to point in the notes. Okay. So now once if you restart now, what you can do, you can copy the public IP address and now access with port number 8090. Is it running on 8090 now? So now what is the username for login? Username will be Raham. Password is also. Am I able to log in successfully now? But what is the port number now? So like this, you can change the port number of any service. Today I shown you how to change port number of Jenkins. Next I'll show you how to change port number of Tomcat and everything. Again, sir, for example, I don't want to give the port number 8080. I want to give the port number of, I don't want to work with port number 8090. I want to work with port number 8080 only. That means again, I want to change the port number. What I said, for every service, we have the configuration file. First of all, you need to find the configuration file. So if the service is Jenkins.service. If service is Nexus.service. Like that, every Service will have its own configuration file. So now tell me how to find out the configuration file of Jenkins. Find slash hyphen name Jenkins dot service. Go for the second one. So go for VM and give the line number. So line number is going to be 70. So instead of 8090, what I need to give here 80. After giving this one, reload the daemon. Daemon means it will manage all the background process. Already we've seen how to reload systemctl daemon reload and give systemctl restart Jenkins. Just to give JEN tab, automatically dot service will come. Now again, the port number will be going to change from 8090 to 8080. So in this way, you can be able to change the port number. Okay, let it run properly. Yeah, it's run now. Now what you can do here, if I click on refresh, it won't work. This page will not come. Is it running now? No, why? Because it's going to 8080 again. Is it working on 8080 or not, sir? Username is Raham. Password is also going to be. So now is the concept clear for you how to change the port number? But in real time, we don't change. But if you want to change, you can change it. Wait. It will come like that. Don't worry. You can relog in it one more time. Sometimes due to browser issue, this type of things will appear. So don't need to worry. I'll open this on another browser. Is it coming now? So sometimes due to cache, it won't work. Can we change it one more time? Now this time I won't tell anything. You need to tell me everything. Okay. I won't tell a single command also. Tell me first of all what I need to do. Find. So online this is the third time I'm explaining the same concept. Try to listen. Okay. Find slash hyphen name Jenkins dot service. Wait, spelling is wrong. Jenkins dot which one? Second one. VM line number 70. Just to give colon 70. Port number 8080 to 8091. Let's take any other port number. It's fine. After saving, first of all, what you need to do? Reload the daemon. Okay. Systemctl. Next systemctl. Restart. So now again the port number is going to change, correct or not, sir? So go here and if I click on refresh, what will happen here? It won't work. Why? Because that is the old port number. What is the new port number? 8091. Am I able to log into my Jenkins now? Yes. Change IP, not change port number. IP will not change, okay? Username is Raham. Password will be Raham. Is it working as per expectation or not, sir? You can see the dashboard is also loading here. Okay. So this is the way how exactly you can change the port number. You can change any service port number. But remember, if you want to change it, you need to change the service file. Which file? Like this. And next one is gonna be passwordless login. Which one? Passwordless login. For example, whenever if you log into the Jenkins, sir, it is going to ask you the password, correct or not, sir? Unfortunately, if you forget the password, what is the next thing you do? You will delete the server, you will recreate it with new configuration. Don't do this one. If you want to log into your Jenkins without password, how you can do? I'll tell you. There is a file called config.xml. Okay. VM. File name is config.xml. I know the path. Var lib Jenkins config.xml. But tell me how to use find command here and find it the value. Find slash hyphen name config dot. Where is the config.xml? Here. Var lib Jenkins config.xml. Go to this file. So In the line number, set number, you can see the line number like this. Okay, line number 9. Are you seeing security true? Okay, make true as false. After that, restart the Jenkins. This time, no need to reload the daemon. Just restart the Jenkins. Or if you want to reload the Jenkins, if you want to reload the daemon, you can reload, but it is not mandatory. Systemctl restart Jenkins. Now what happened, without asking username and password, you can directly able to log into the server. But this we don't do on real time, but it is a concept. Okay, I'm just telling you, we can do it like this. Go ahead and see here. What I'll do, I'll copy the public IP address and I'll give the port number 8091. This time, without asking the username and password, directly I'll be able to log into the Jenkins dashboard. Am I able to log in? Is it asking username and password? No. Why? Because here I have enabled the passwordless authentication. Okay. So in which file we have done it? In the config.xml file. Which file? So in the varlib Jenkins, we have the config.xml. We go to here in the line number 9. What I have done, I replaced true with false. Then again, what I have done, I have restarted the. Here I haven't reloaded the daemon. It's optional. If you want to reload, you can reload, but it is not mandatory. So is the concept clear how to log in without password to the Jenkins server? Online. Is the concept clear for you guys? How to change the port number and how to go for passwordless authentication for Jenkins? Can you confirm me on chat box once? Okay. Clear. Fine. No, it won't. Like in your local, it will save. But in real time, we don't do like this. There is a concept called RBAC. There we can discuss how to manage the usernames and password in the Jenkins. Okay. That is a complete user level management in Jenkins, which you are going to see in the upcoming days. So now I am going to show you how to troubleshoot the Jenkins server. See, whenever if you are having the Jenkins, okay, if the Jenkins server will get load, what will you do? Whenever if server get load, what will happen? Server will crash, correct or not, sir? See, before that, you need to understand something called as build executors. Which one? What is build executors? Number of parallel builds we can do in Jenkins. For example, see, sir, I am going for continuous integration job. I think all of you know how to do continuous integration. Go to GitHub, DevOps warehouse, Jenkins Java project. I'll just show you continuous integration process. So I'm going to create the new job, or you can use existing job also. CI job. Tell me how to configure this. Go to here, git URL, and in the execute shell, you can give execute shell, and you can give MVN clean. But you can do one more thing also. I'll tell you what is one more thing. Instead of using execute shell, are you seeing invoke top level maven targets? What is the command we can give? MVN clean package. Here also we can give, but remove the MVN. Remove the MVN and give clean package. You will get the same output. You can use MVN clean package in execute shell, or you can use clean package on the invoke top level maven targets. Both will give the same output only. See, here build executors means number of jobs we can do parallelly. By default, if you go and see, sir, are you seeing what is the number here build executors? How many number of build executors are there? 2. That means Jenkins maximum can do 2 builds at a single time. But remember, by default, Jenkins will run the job in sequential manner. Which manner? What is the meaning of sequential? One by one only. It won't run the parallel builds. Let me show you. 1, 2. How many times I clicked on build now? That means 2 build into run. But here first build is running, but second build is on which status? That means what is the definition I said? By default, Jenkins will run job on sequentially. That means only one by one. 2 jobs, it will not run at a time. So note this point here. I am telling you. By default, Jenkins will run jobs sequentially. How it will run? Sequentially. Jobs parallelly. Or like it can't run jobs at a time or parallelly. Okay, anything is fine. Sorry, spelling mistake. Okay. So if you go and see, and here, if I want to run the jobs parallelly, what you can do, in the configuration, in the top, you can see run parallel jobs. You can see. Are you seeing the execute concurrent builds necessarily? If you put like this, click on save. Now I can be able to run 2 jobs parallelly. See, click on build 1, 2. How many times I click on build now? 2 times. If you go and see, now is Jenkins running 2 jobs at the same time or not, sir? So that means the default behavior is Jenkins will run jobs on which way? Sequentially. Means one by one. It can't run parallelly. But if I want to run the jobs parallelly, can I run it? How many jobs I can run here? Maximum 2. Why? Because the number of build executors for Jenkins is gonna be 2 only. How many? Sir, if I want to make 5 builds parallelly, how I can do? I cannot do. Why? Because what is the limit? But if I want to put the limit from 2 to 5, click on the build executors. Of course, we don't do it in real time, but in real time, if your server got crashed, how you can resolve it? That thing I'm going to show you now. Click on here, built-in node. In the built-in node, what you can do now? Click on configuration. Sir, how many number of builds we can do? Initially, 2. Why? Because here the value is 2. But if I put 10, you can do number of builds parallelly 10. Let me show you. If I click on 10, click on save. Now, how many build executors are there, sir, here? That means how many builds you can do now? At a time or one by one? By default, one by one we can do. But I changed the concurrent builds. Concurrent builds means I can do same time. Now, my Jenkins capacity is 2 at a time. But how much I'm giving now? 10. If I try to click on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I try to click build now 10 times, of course I can run 10 times the job, okay? But unfortunately, what happened, is 10 builds running parallel, my server will crash now. What will happen? Server crash. If you want me to show, if I click on refresh, server will not respond for me. Sir, for example, let's take human. A human can be maximum, he can lift 100 kgs. Maximum, that is. But what if we give 500 kgs for him? Can he able to lift? Why? Because it is beyond his limit. Here also this Jenkins can able to do 2 builds at a single time. But how many builds I am doing? That means into 5 times. Now Jenkins are not able to capable of running this many builds. When it is not capable of running that many builds, what will happen? Crash. If I give a 500 kgs to human, he can't able to lift. What he will do? He will die. Here also now my Jenkins server got died. Whenever your server got crashed like this in real time, you cannot able to work with it. See, even if I go to the server, I am running some commands, but is it responding for me? It won't respond. Sometimes due to the heavy load in the Jenkins server, this kind of issues will happen. At that time, what we are going to do, you are going to stop the server. And after 2 minutes, you are going to restart it again. What you are going to do? Remember, it is my Jenkins server. Name I have given Terraform, but it is my Jenkins server only. And again, in real time, these kind of scenarios won't happen. But if happen, what you need to do, I am teaching you now. Okay, why? Because in real time, we will distribute the load with the master and slave concept, which you are going to learn in upcoming days. Definitely, you will get. Here I'm using T2 macro. T2 macro won't get bill, but if you use any other instance type, you will get the bill. You have only few instance type that are free and remaining are paid. No, Yuvraj, AML you are going to use on Docker, Kubernetes, and Ansible. Okay, in Jenkins you are going to use Groovy. AML is something very different. It is not familiar with Jenkins actually. So now what happened to the server? The server got stopped. So still it is stopping. Wait for few seconds. Okay. So whenever the load got increased for the server, it won't respond. So whenever if it is not responding, what we'll do? We'll stop the server. Again, we are going to start it. So it is still on stopping status. Wait for until it gets stopped completely. Is stopped now. So now what you can do? Select the server, start it now. Now automatically server will start. Okay. Now try to access the application. And one more thing, whenever if you stop the server and again if you start it, public IP address will change. Old server will have one public IP address. Okay. If you stop it and again if you start it, the same old IP address will never work. You will get the new IP address. Okay. If you want me to show what is the old IP address, 13.201.222.204. But if you go to here, you can see the very new IP address for your server. Is it running now? It is 3.108.51.68. So note this point, all of you. If you stop and start the server, public IP address will change. Now what I'll do here, I'll go here and give the port number 8091. Now you can be able to log into your system. It will start working. Is it working now? No, that is correct only. It will not work. Why? Because whenever if you stop the server, public IP address will change, as well as service is also going to be stopped. See, currently you are working with which one? Jenkins. So Jenkins is service or not, sir? So whenever if you stop the server, automatically the service inside the server is also going to be on stop state. Let me show you. Go to desktop and yes, see, the Jenkins will be on stop state. Wait. What is the command to check the service? Systemctl status, name of the service. What are the service you want to check? Sudo -i. Give the command systemctl status. First of all, check the status. Okay. What is the status here? Inactive. Already I said, whenever if you stop and start the server, service is also going to be on stop. So we need to start it. How to start systemctl? Start Jenkins and check the status now. So two things will happen whenever if you restart the server. First of all, public IP address will change. Second one, service will go to stop state. So now check the status. Is it active now? So these 2 points are very, very important. This is the third time I'm telling. If you stop and start the server, what are the changes you can see? IP address will change and service is also going to be change. Change means it will come from stopping state. Okay, it will come to stopping state. Is the dashboard logging now there? You can see in the top, you can see Jenkins dashboard. If you are seeing that means it is loading. Is it working now? So this is what exactly you need to do. So in real time, you don't put 10 executors and 15. Okay, the maximum limit will be 2. But I just shown for your clarity. If the server got crashed, how you can do it? I intentionally crashed here. In real time, we won't do it. Why? Because in real time, we put multiple servers like master and slave concept. If Jenkins will get load, that load is going to give into the other servers actually. So now again, if I want to change the build executor, click on build executor and go for built-in node. You can change the configuration. Exactly, Ankit. So Yuvraj, I'll show you the concept of workspace. Okay, don't worry. Workspace I haven't touched till now. I'll show you definitely. So go to the built-in nodes. Here, what is the number of executors you can see? 10. Why? Because previously I have given 10, but in real time we put only 2. Default is 2 and we'll go with 2 only. You won't go with more. And in real time, you won't do the builds parallelly. We won't get that kind of requirement also. We do only one by one. But to crash the server intentionally, I shown you all of this configuration. Okay. And even though if you don't practice this one, it is completely fine. I just shown you the process. This is what happened when the Jenkins will crash. And this is how you need to troubleshoot and how you need to resolve it. So previously the number of builds are 10, but now I'm going to change it to again default. Default is what? 2. Just rename to 2. Fine. Now automatically you can do how many builds now? Parallelly or sequentially? Parallelly or sequentially? Parallelly. Why? Because I select the concurrent builds. Sir, if I want to remove the parallel builds, what I can do now? Again, go to the job and remove the concurrent builds option. Let me show you that one also. Wait, it's loading slowly. So go to the dashboard and go to the job. Okay, we given the configuration to continuous integration job. Okay. See, in the continuous integration job, I given the parallel build execution. So select this one in the settings. In the top settings only, you can see concurrent builds option. So we restart the server, right? So it is taking some time to load. Okay, basically it won't take this much of time, but due to the heavy crash in the server, so it's taking some time to reload everything. Are you seeing the option? If you remove this one, now Jenkins will execute builds how, sir? Sequentially. In real time, which one we go? Sequential or parallel? Sequential. What is the number of build executors we can do in real time? Maximum 2. If we crash the Jenkins server, how can we restore it? Stop the server and start it. Whenever if you stop and start, what will happen? IP address will change and service will be on stop. So you need to log into system and give the systemctl restart command. So this is the concept what we discussed on today's session. In today's session, first of all, we started with the concept of variables. Next we go on for port number changing. Next, I shown you passwordless login, and lastly, I shown you how to crash the Jenkins server and how to troubleshoot the crashed server. So this is the concept for today's session. Now, before I go for doubts and queries, first of all, how's the class for today? Is the class clear for all of you? Online, can you please confirm me, like, how's the class for all of you today? So it was clear. Good, fine. What about remaining guys? I'm getting response only from 6, 7, okay, 10 now. Okay. So from Monday onwards, the class are going to be very, very interesting. Why? Because the basics of Jenkins is done. In Monday, I'm going to show you advanced customizable scheduling. How to schedule your own work at a fixed time. If you want to make a deployment at morning 9 a.m., how can you do it? That kind of high-end settings I'm going to show you in the Monday session. Yep. So now online, if you are having any doubts or any queries, you can raise your hand. So offline. So now, first of all, I'm giving chance for you. Offline, if you are having any queries, ask your queries now. Which one? Same, but instead of Maven, use Gradle. Or you can use this Maven also. I said right. Python, we can use both Maven or Gradle. Anything you can use. Okay, sure, Ankit. And so online, like, let me show you. Wait. First of all, I am gonna give the option for Satya. You can speak, Satya. I give the unmute option for you. Satya, you're not able to unmute. Okay, fine. Next, Sirisha Pamiseti. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Rahim, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Sirisha, wait, I'm not able to hear you. Give me a second. Let me change the settings. Yeah, you can go ahead now, Sirisha.
Also,
Yeah, hello.
actually, when server crashes, we need to stop and some so that then public IP will secure.
Yes, public
But
IP
if
will change.
but real time, we can't do like that.
Yeah,
Every
in
time.
real time, public IP address won't change. Why? Because in real time, use elastic IP. Guys, it is a normal server I'm using. So public IP address will change. But in real time, use elastic IP. Elastic IP means the IP address will never change actually. Hope
How
it's
to
clear for
do
you,
that?
Sirisha.
How to do that?
That is the upcoming days concept, Sirisha. It's not now. So in the AWS, I'm gonna show you how to give elastic IP. Okay.
And I have one doubt. In variables,
You have?
I have another doubt. In variables concept,
Okay.
just we saw only one name, that is called. But that time would have multiple names. How to do that? In the native name.
Multiple variables also you can define. However, I define the single variable. Same below the next line, you can define the
With
other
the
variables.
help of echo.
Yeah, in the echo only, like, let me show you. If you want to define the other variable, let me show you. But it's working slowly. Wait, I'll try to show you as soon as possible. Okay, I'll show you in the meanwhile. I'll go with some other doubt. Okay, so Harish, you can speak in the meanwhile.
Okay.
Yeah, hi sir. My doubt is like if I define a local variable with the same name and also the global variable with the same name, which
Yeah,
one it
so
will
local
pick up
variable will be
and
having high priority, Harish, at that time. If you
okay.
define the same value, guys, remember, if you define the same variable and same value in local and global, local variable will be having high priority. Okay. When you define same variable and same value locally and globally. Hope it is clear for you, Harish.
Yes, sir. And also, can you just brief that job? What is job?
What is job?
Yeah, job.
No, I'm not getting your question properly, Ankit. Sorry, Harish.
Yes, sir. Just job. What is job and yeah. I
Job is
want to.
nothing but it's a basic task. If you want to do any kind of task in Jenkins, any kind of work in Jenkins, you need to create the job itself. For any
Okay.
kind of work in Jenkins, job is a
Mhm.
mandatory thing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So see here, like Sirisha, for example, here name is equal to Raham I'm giving. And a location is equal to Hyderabad I am giving. Okay. So just to give echo, my name is Raham and comma, I am from $LOC. So in this case, your both name as well as location is going to execute.
Sir, I want the under name also. Now, maybe it's Raham and the location is Hyderabad.
Two you cannot give. Two you cannot give. How can you give it?
No, it's not possible.
It's not possible. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, Ankit, you can speak now.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Ankit.
Just confirming, as a global, what will happen if we define a global variable and then we override it in a local variable? So is it possible here in Jenkins?
You can basically that is possible, but in real time you won't do it, Ankit. Once you define a global variable, the same variable you will not define in local. But if you define the same variable in local variable will be taken actually. But in real time it won't happen.
Oh, okay. So that is not a standard practice, you mean? Is
Yes. We won't do it
okay.
actually in real time.
Okay.
Next. Thank you. Next, Mukul, you can go ahead, Mukul.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hello, hi.
Sir, in real-time scenarios, the port number we can change, sir, in real-time scenarios.
No, I already said this one. Port numbers, we are not gonna change it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you explain about global variables, sir? Global variables.
Global variables, I said this multiple times, right, Mukul? Haven't you heard? Okay, so I'll explain one more time. See, global variable means if you want to use a variable for all the jobs inside the Jenkins. For example, you have 100 jobs. For 100 jobs, you want to use the same variable. So you can't define the same variable in 100 jobs now. So you can define the variable on global. So now, once you define a variable on global, all the 100 jobs are able to use the same value. Hope it's clear for you.
Okay, sir. Okay, thanks. Okay, sir.
Thank you. Next, Narayana, you can go ahead.
Yes, Raham. Thank you. Actually, your way of teaching is very nice. So
Thank you.
actually, I have paid for the training, and actually, I'm trying to log in a Google Classroom in my local desk. I mean, in my personal laptop. So when I'm logged, so I'm getting an issue when I'm logged in, and even I can't able to. How can you please show me once?
Google Classroom. Basically,
Yes.
in the system, this is the new system, Narayan, I have taken from the student today. Unfortunately, my system is not working properly. So what you can do is please contact our admin. Okay, he's gonna guide to you.
Okay.
Or if you want me to show, just for your overview, I'll show you.
Okay.
Just go and type Google Classroom in your browser. Automatically, you'll be getting the first link. Okay, click on here. So whatever the mail you have provided, you need to give the same email and same password. Okay, they will give one code. Enter that code. You can directly able to get. See, this is how it looks like actually.
Yeah. Actually, it is not going directly into that Google Classroom browser, right? In browser.
Yeah, in the browser type Google Classroom itself. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm trying to log in this one. You mean this one?
See in the plus symbol. Are you seeing this one? Plus symbol. Click on join the class. The moment once you click on the join the class, you'll be getting the class code. So whatever the code that admin has given for you, please enter the code here and click on join. Automatically you'll be joined. Okay, this is the process for you.
Okay. Yeah, actually, code is asking. Okay.
Yeah, please contact admin. Okay, he'll provide you.
Okay.
Fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Next, I am Srinivas.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hello, Srinivas.
Sir, I copied the IP address, public IP address to browser. It is not opening, sir. Even
if it is not showing, means either you don't have the all traffic in your security groups or the service is not running. Please check both of them and try to access one more time. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Pallavi, you can speak ahead. Pallavi, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, Pallavi.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Sir, my question is about instance type.
Okay.
My instance type is by default T3 micro, sir. Is it okay, sir?
It's
There is a
okay.
no
See,
T2 micro.
instance type will go and change per region to region. So go for Northern
Okay.
Virginia, you will get T2 micro. Okay. If you are in any other some other region, this will going to change to T3 micro. So it happens. It all depends upon the region what you select, Pallavi.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Fine. Thank you. So guys, tomorrow is weekend, all of you know. So try to finish Jenkins 2 class on the weekend. Why? Because from the Monday, the scheduling concepts are going to be start. Once the scheduling concepts are going to start means you are going to enter the advanced phase of DevOps actually. Okay. But before completing, before coming to tomorrow's session, that means on Monday, try to finish everything by tomorrow. First thing. And second thing is, initially, it will take some time to understand the topics. I'm telling you, initially for the first 1 week it will be difficult for you, but after Jenkins scheduling work start, everything will go very easily. But the only thing is you need to practice. If you practice and come to the class, every concept will be easy for you. But if you don't practice, it's not going to work for you. And everybody cannot able to get the concept at single time. Sometimes you need to see the recording video twice. Okay. So some concepts are easy, some concepts are difficult. What I suggest you is, while you are practicing, if you have videos, see the video on your mobile and parallelly practice on your system. It can save a lot of time for you. And the better part is here, I'm giving the complete notes for you. So you can see the notes I have given each and every point. Just practice them with it. So this is what I want to share with you. And if you are having any doubts or any queries, you can ping on Telegram channel. We have the group for it, as well as you can come to the labs also. I'll be available on lab for you, and I'll guide and I'll share some tips for you to practice it easily. So that's it for today's session, guys. So next we are going to meet on the Monday session with some scheduling topics. Have a great day and have a great weekend. Bye all. Thank you.